Well then, hello everybody, and today we're back for Belgium, and well, you're joined with me and Maverick as we're about to get underway in qualifying. Yeah, I'm your commentator alongside with Maverick. As then we have a short quali, 12 people on the grid. Over to you, Maverick.
How everyone doing today? This is a very exciting race that we're going to have today. Spa, everyone enjoys Spa. Yeah, it's going to be a very exciting race. We got some awesome drivers in the store for you today. It's going to be a definite race to watch. Everyone's in the pits. I'm so excited. I'm not even sure what to say on predictions. My prediction for quali today is the Ferrari was doing really well, but I'm betting on Red Bull this time around. And I think you're going to see a good showing from Red Bull. What about you?
Also, yeah, Red Bull, Derry have a good chance, but right now we're gonna get underway with qualifying as Honnold makes his way for his outlap along with Reyes. Reyes is just overtaking him there, so Reyes is gonna be the one who's gonna do the hot lap first. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see tyre strategies, what drivers go for. It's all part of the joint here today we have in Spa. Plus, I'm not sure how many laps there is, but of course it's in Belgium, Spa. It rains a lot here, so we'll have to see what happens.
Well, definitely. I do believe it's a 26 lap race. Rain is a huge factor here. Now, I wasn't able to pull up a weather report on this, so drivers do have a better crew for that. And definitely they're going to be in tune to that. As is in race strategy, this track is very aggressive tire track. They take the soft compounds do not last very long on this track,
Definitely.
and and the same goes with wow, look at that, the Williams team there trying to there looks like Hondo and are trying to do a little bit of a team strategy there as they're doing their outlap. You're gonna use them as a tow. So I see that two drivers have opted to try to do a banker's lap in mediums, and everyone else is on a soft compound. So this is going to be a very
Yeah.
interesting. Very interesting. I don't know. I'm not sure what to say and how, but this is going to be. There's a lot of opportunities to take the place, and there's a lot of opportunities to screw up too.
Anyway, then, thank you, Maverick. As Reyes is going to begin his hot lap. There we go, going up to the bank. We're going to go back and watch Reyes when he's about to finish his lap. Of course, Maverick, as you were saying, tyre wear. This track is extremely long here in Spa. How many pit stops do you think we'll be seeing today? One stops, two
Well,
stops?
a good tire, you can make it last one stop. You can. You're going to be wearing your tires right out on the two. If it was me, I think the most optimal is depending on where you start in the grid. You definitely want to start on a medium tire, and you do a medium tire and make it. Depends on your tire wear and make it last and do a hard compound. But I've seen drivers do a medium, make them last a 20 laps, and or just under 15 laps, sorry, and then switch to a soft. So I think it's going to be a one-stop combo. But this track is very specific on spinouts, and I think we may see a majority of the track spin out and having to do that extra stop for the repair of the wings.
Definitely, definitely. Anyway, then, Reyes is about to set some sort of a lap. Of course, static there. He's on his out lap. Had to just dive out of the way to get out of the way of Reyes. But
Yeah.
Reyes now is going to try, he's going to set the first lap with a 144. Would you say that's a very solid first lap, or do you think it's going to be
I,
beaten
I
in about 3 seconds?
I think there's potential and room in there. Definitely, these drivers are a class of their own. There is room, but that's a good solid banker's laps for a set of mediums too. You gotta admit he's on the pair of mediums right there.
Yeah.
So we're going to see some more. There we go. We got Hondo actually went in
And
almost half a second faster. So you're going to
yeah.
see some soft beef have a quicker pace.
Definitely, as a couple people head into the pits, I'm pretty sure. As Danny Boy, I think, was out and then went into the pits. As I'm pretty sure, as Dubby, who was set a lap 2 seconds off P3. Definitely not ideal for him, as a lot of people are setting laps. Daniel makes his way out, and let's see this as Acid there in the Ferrari sets the fastest lap of the race.
Now, Acid is a new driver to the lineup here. He's actually just started with us, and this is a real statement to the other drivers. Normally, a new driver oncoming, we always put him in, think about him being in the back of the pack and working up. But this is definitely a statement to be made. Even Lima actually just did the fastest lap. Wow, and again, a new driver, so new blood into the mix of pool. Definitely going to put these old drivers on the back foot, trying to judge how to do this. That's for sure.
And then a short quali, so it won't be too long of a qualifying. Hopefully, we can get straight back into the race. But yeah, there's not a lot happening. There's Ray's is going to make his way back into the pits. Daniel, who's on his out lap, is going to begin his hot lap in a second. Two of them, the Mercedes and Danny Boy, make their way into the pits. Other than them three drivers, most of the grid have set a lap.
No, I'm looking at Formula 5, and I do believe he's going to get going here soon after this. It looks like he's starting up some. He's doing a nice little outlap, and he may be trying to come back at trying to get a better time. I'm not sure. He should come in for new tires. But he seems like he's holding up some gas here to try to get another momentum going.
Well, it's going to be. Let's see what happens if he's going to pit or is he going to stay out. Of course, could be some damage maybe. I haven't really seen anything happen. But of course, we're going to see if he's going to make his way back into the pits right now. And he does make his way back into the pits.
He does. Well, then we got Luminous Sealy Harvey. He's right behind, and he's just pumping it down the straightaway in the back end and coming into the chicane. Cuts the chicane pretty good there, actually. A little wide, but that's pretty good. Opens up the DRS and pushes it, comes across, and slightly improves his time at a 144.3. So
Very good lap there.
That's a good lap to be on the pair of mediums, actually. And this is where these guys are starting to think, we need to go on the medium laps, medium tires. You know, you have to try to think outside the box and everything else. So, you know, definitely a good strategy on his part for sure.
Definitely, and of course, Acid there with a 143, a tenth off his not his teammate, sorry, a tenth of limit. What should the Acid be doing? Let's see. Is he setting? Yeah, he is. I think he's on a flyer. No, he's not. But do you think he should go again, or?
No, definitely you want to take care of these. Are your racing tires? Definitely you want to take care of these tires right now. So he's on low fuel right now for sure. But if it was me as the driver, I'd definitely be tiptoeing around these corners, taking it nice and slow. This is a great banker's lap to sit back and just watch the show and wait till the 5-minute time comes down. So save your tires and save your energy on this, and definitely watch the other drivers, concentrate and watch the other drivers and watch their exits and how they're doing it, and improve yourself. So if I was him, that he's in an awesome position where he is right now.
Definitely. Anyway, then we have a new leader of this race with W with a 142. Very solid lap from him, as he most likely will have to pit this lap. But on further down the track, a lot of people are out for that out laps, as Harvey there makes his way into the pits as expected. Badgerall, Honnold, Ray, Formula. Someone's off there actually. Who was that? I'm pretty sure I saw someone off.
I think it was the McLaren there, or not McLaren, Aston Martin, and actually just pulled off for the Alpine team. But then we got W's teammate, Top Hat. Top Hat is coming down his final back straight of a hot lap, coming through the chicane. He's going to set a new lap time. I'm sure he's on a flyer right now. So he's coming through. And there we go. He puts himself into 4th place. Not
Very
as great
hard.
as we were anticipating from the Mercedes team, but definitely up there, and great little stomper. Now I'm not sure, he's running a little low on his fuel, so he's definitely got to come back into the pits again.
Definitely, and I think Dubby, who is gonna let someone past here, he should head back into the pits. Agreed, or go
Yep.
another lap.
No, I think he should be coming into the pits, taking care of those tires.
Definitely. But
So I think we got
Ray's.
Danny Boy out there. Let's take a look at. Oh, Danny Boy just exceeded track limits.
Oh,
He's halfway through the 2nd sector. That's a tough one. He hasn't put down a lap times too. So definitely the pressure's going to be on Danny Boy to perform here. That's
definitely.
definitely a show stop. So we're going to have to keep an eye on him. He must be just trying to gather his thoughts again.
Of
And then we
course,
got Ray. I think Ray Z just started a new hot lap too, so he's looking to improve his time on these soft compounds. Definitely doesn't want to be sitting in 8th spot on these tires.
definitely, and of course Daniel, who made his debut in Corsa, very solid. Of course, I don't know if you were racing, of course, but in the first corner, he went into P5 and he started around P8. So, well, yeah, what are your expectations for Daniel this race?
Well, Daniel is actually a very skilled driver. Actually, he actually can see the hole in the pocket and capitalize. Actually, he capitalizes on a lot of drivers' errors, and that's the key of Formula One, is to try to identify these drivers' errors and weaknesses, and he definitely captures that. So that's how he performs well. And I'm looking forward to seeing how he's going to take it now. Danny Boy, or Ray Z. Ray Z is on a good little flyer. Ray Z is definitely pushing the limits here. He's on the borderline, and I think we're in the midst of almost seeing a provisional pole from Danny Boy on this race. So definitely he's coming down. He's just cooking it. Doing a
Mhm.
300 over 300k in the back sector,
Very good lap.
and
Let's see what he
very good
gets.
luck.
Bit slow there. Let's see what he's going to finish off. He's going to set the
The
fastest.
fastest lap. That's what we were seeing there. The new provisional pole, Ray Z. That is very exciting. He must be very happy in his team. So look at him just take a little wave to the crowd. Nice little slow drive by to the crowds.
Well, he should be
Definitely.
very proud of that lap. But of course, Dubby, Lemet, and or no, Dubby and Lemet are still in the pits. Of course, Dubby might be a little bit intimidated by Rays now. Do you think?
He might be. He might be, but Mercedes don't take things lying down too often. So definitely, they're going to be coming back full force. I do believe Top Hat has switched to a medium tire, so it'll be interesting to see what he does and how he's going to improve on that for his racing tires.
Definitely, of course, a very well. It's not where I wouldn't say it was a poor qualifying, but you do. It's not where a Mercedes should be. Correct? Like, they should be way a lot further up there. But yeah, we're gonna see if he's gonna Top Hat is gonna go for another fly and maybe steal that fastest lap off Ray's maybe.
That's true. So I do believe Dubby is coming out of the pits with Top Hat behind him, and potentially Top Hat is going to, with the mediums. I see him using Dubby as a tow. So I think they're using strategy here on this race, and
Yeah,
definitely to break the air to help him get that medium tire in the grid line. So definitely that's going to help him a lot.
yeah, of course, Mumford. But of course, there's only around 3.5 minutes left. Do you think Dubby wants to focus on getting around so he can, maybe set a fastest lap, or do you think he'll be helping his teammate out?
I think W is going to do W, but in the meantime, at the same time, W is in a good position, but he's going to try to set. But Top Hat is taking advantage of the toe with the better with the harder compound with medium. Oh, they just do a swap around.
Yeah,
They swapped it around, so maybe their strategy has changed here. Who knows? The team's orders maybe I need your toe instead. I need to take the lead.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, then, Static has set the new fastest lap, overtaking Rays. Cause more trouble for Dubby as now he drops down to P3 with Rays P2 and Static P1. Very good lap from Static there as
yes, and Dobby or Danny Boy, he's on a flyer right now too. As we were chatting away, he was able to get around and start his flyer, and he's actually in the midpoints of Sector 2, so he has yet to put down a time. His teammates right behind him, but I'm sure there's pressure from the Alpha team for him to get this time in place, and perhaps I think he may do a double hit on this. That's for sure.
Definitely. Anyway, then Dubby, who he has got around, so he can make another lap. We're gonna see he does get underway with his hot lap right here, looking very solid, going up to the bank. We're gonna see how he does. Very solid again. Of course, Top Hat, who is just in front of him, will definitely be thankful for that toe. Good teamwork there from the Mercedes drivers. But anyway, as we were talking, Danny Boy did set a lap, as you said, which puts Daniel, who is, I think he's on a hot lap in P12, bottom of the grid right now, with his teammate in the Aston Martin Formula Vibe, who's on those 2-lap-old softs, ahead of him. Then you have Harvey, Danny, Bajrol, and then with Top Hat, who is looking to improve his time, maybe get into the top 3. And then we have Honold, who, he's looking very decent. Acid and Lemet. Lemet sitting there at P4 Dubby, who is on a very good flyer, but no, I think he's being it's being invalidated as Rays is out for an outlap and Static makes his way into the pits.
That's it. Dubby did invalidated, but Top Hat is looking, and Top Hat also invalidated. So
That is not good.
No, definitely game over for that team right there. They're
Oof.
stuck with those. Did you see that with Top Hat? Top Hat almost lost it at the pin entry. I captured that. That was very close. So definitely from right now, as it stands, Ashton Martin is they're out doing. We got Formula 5. He's looking to improve it, but he's in a good position as far as I'm concerned. He has invalidated his lap, so he's definitely out of the running. And same with OVL Danny. Both Aston Martin, in my opinion, are in a good position in the sense that they have a dictation on compounds, so they can change their compounds anything they want. Sit back, watch the carnage go on, and take advantage of what happens here.
Definitely, as Rays gets underway with a hot lap, of course, on those fresh shelves, just finishes out lap. Dubby, who is determined to set a lap. We will watch him here. You can watch him too, Maverick. Looking good right now. Of course, a little bit slidey there, but a little bit slidey. Wait, what happened? Oh, I think he's just letting it past or something. But yeah, Dubby does not want anyone to get in the way of his hot lap, as he is looking quite fast. But of course, Rays as well, so P2 and P3 both on hot laps.
Well, I think he's running a little lean on his fuel too, so he's got to be careful on that.
But all that Dubby will care about is just getting there so we can improve.
Definitely, W's on a flyer for sure. He's actually his sector times are actually improving. He's definitely in the improving his delta. So he
looks a bit fasty, and he does improve into P2.
P2 on the second grid.
Overtaking Rays, but we'll see if Rays will take it back, and he does.
Rays does take it back. Very, very impressive. And we got Acid in the Ferrari, a brand new driver. Definitely a driver we're going to have to keep an eye out for, but he's, I don't think he's on the flyer. He doesn't have the pace. So we're definitely just looking at coming in. So I think that's pretty much it.
Other than Daniel, who Don't know what happened with him, but he's definitely not been his best qualifying. Agree?
Definitely, definitely not his best, but he's definitely going to be a driver you're going to have to keep an eye on. But I don't count him out just yet.
Of course, I don't want to jinx anything. As last time I doubted Daniel, he went into P4 in straight away. But of course, he is gonna set another hot lap. So maybe he can prove us wrong here and set the fastest lap. Bigger, bigger things have happened as Acid makes his way in, and well, we can only really watch Daniel here.
Well, he should be retiring. Actually, I'm not sure why we're going to have to wait till he counts himself down. I guess should be retiring. He's the only one left on the. Well, he's not really the only one left. Everyone else is done. He just hasn't checkered flagged yet.
But yeah, looking quite good. Very fast lap so far. But predictions for the race then. May as well get them underway as we watch Daniel gonna finish our qualifying predictions for the race.
Well, the prediction of this race is definitely you're gonna have to watch out. We have a lockout with the Alpine for sure. Alpine locked out the grid. We're trying to get back to it. Alpine has locked out the grid in 1 and 2. Mercedes is still in there. Red Bull, I was expecting a lot more out of Red Bull. We have one in second row, so and fourth place. So it'll be very interesting to see how that. I think my prediction right now, it's definitely a strong for Alpine, but I'm not counting out Red Bull. I think Red Bull still has an opportune time to get onto the podium here.
You seem a very big Red Bull fan, Maverick, but yeah, Daniel is gonna
It's not.
set a lap.
It's not that I'm a big fan of Red Bull. Don't get me wrong, everybody. Definitely, but the stats don't lie, and I'm just trying to see. I'm also always an underdog too, so I love seeing the underdogs take advantage and get up there. That's my thing too. So yeah, I hope to see an underdog do well. So there we go. Why are we still in the game?
I don't know why. I think Daniel just needs to head into the pits. Who is that in front? It's Dobby. Is yeah, a little bit bugged out here, but Daniel is still driving, so he shut him. Oh, there we go. He retires. That
There we go.
sorted it. Anyway, then we're gonna get the main results and the finishing results of qualifying in a second. Anyway, then P1 we have Rays, Static, and Dobby all occupy the top three space. In P4, 5, 6 we have Bajrol, Acid, Honnold, and then the rest of the grid follows as Lemet, Top Hat, Danny Boy, Harvey, formerly Vibe, and Daniel. And well then, what qualifying it is, and well we're gonna get underway here in Spa, Belgium. What are your thoughts on what's gonna be happening here?
It's going to be very interesting. I actually had some issues with the lobby, and I had to bail on the lobby. So I'm trying to get back into this race. But I'm pretty excited over it actually, and I think this is going to be. I'm very excited to see La Rouge. La Rouge is the classic hill to try to climb that, and I think you're going to see some major action happening on Sector 1.
Anyway, then a quick question from a known player. Question: Once we get to the check flag, the AI takes over. Right? Does degrade the tire? Does something degrade the tires as they're basically at full speed? Maverick, you can answer that one.
The question: get the checker flag. Does the AI take right over? Or does it degrade the tire? It does not. It holds the tire and does not degrade. It keeps it at full and keeps the temperature similar to when you do the formation lap. The formation lap, when you come to the end, the AI takes over. Once you warm up the tire, it locks that in. When you start it, it freezes it, just like Rocco says.
Well then, thank you, Maverick. Anyway then, Race is starting soon. Maverick, is there a formation lap or is it just straight into the action?
Should be a formation lap. Actually,
Ah,
always a formation lap.
as we are going to get underway with the formation lap. Drivers should be getting ready to warm up their tyres, stuff like that. There's actually someone goes off there. I think that was Dubby. Who
Was it
went?
W that went?
I think,
Was
yeah,
it?
I think he just oversteered a tiny bit and went into the gravel. But there's not a lot of gravel, so I just guessed the lands, not the track. But yeah, we have a very interesting race on our hands. I'm just going to
Sorry.
sort my settings out here.
So the strategy, prediction strategy that I just got handed here is normally a soft medium or a soft hard. So we're looking at a one-stop strategy here. I think this is going to be a very interesting race, but we're definitely probably going to see some damage happening in this race. So we're definitely going to have to keep an eye out for that. There's uh, there's quite a bit of uh, curbs that we are going to be having to be aware of, and I think these drivers have been to this track before, and I'm looking forward to seeing some interesting racing.
Definitely, as some of the drivers are going to be getting ready to get to the grid to begin this race. And of course, a lot of drivers been warming up the tyres. P12 Daniel, not the best start for him, as we've already said. But let's hope, or let's not hope. Well, I don't really know what to say, but let's hope he has a solid start to this race. And because Maverick last time he went from P12 to P3 in one corner. So yeah, he's the man I'm watching out for this time.
That's right. Yeah, we should keep an eye. He is in P9, so P9 I do believe places you on the right hand side. So definitely he's going to or yeah, on the right hand side. He's definitely going to have a little bit of advantage on the corner. But everyone who is in the odds like Static and Bawo and Hondo, they're going to be able to get a good attack to get around that. So it's going to
Yeah.
be very interesting to see.
Okay then.
So
The
looks
drivers
like they're all
are getting
lining up
onto the
there.
grid. Yeah, they're gonna line up, and we're gonna start this race soon as yeah, we are gonna get underway. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 lights, and welcome to Spa, everybody. And lights are
Lights
out.
out. Let's
Yeah, they're
go.
out. Dobby gets a good start initially on Bajwal, but Reyes does remain in the lead going into turn 1. Dobby remains in P2. Bajwal is overtaken Static, who Static has dropped to P6. Not the best start for him.
No, but it's a good solid start. Everyone's clean. It's actually a great. Lima has picked up 3 positions and Static has dropped 4 positions down. So we're definitely a good stop. We're looking at mostly all the drivers. I haven't taken a look, but most of the drivers have started on a soft compound. So this is going to be very exciting all the way up to 10, not 8, 10 laps. These softs should last.
Definitely. But yeah, as you said, a lot of drivers are on the softs, and our underdog Daniel is in P9. Of course, just want to keep a close eye on him as Dobby there initially got a very good start, but it was not a good start for, where is he, Mr. Static, who's dropped down to P5, but he could try and make a move on Limit. He is in distance. Limit there nearly Static there nearly went into the back of him, but he is in distance. Let's see if he's going to try and make the move on him. Bajwal just in front of Limit. Of course, it's very close on the grid right now. Good to see it that there has not been a safety car. But anyway, Static is going to use plenty of ERS to try and get closer to Limit. He's going to go around the outside, but he is not close enough.
Definitely no, and something happened with the Williams team in the start of the grid. They definitely dropped both of them dropped back. Look at them go through the chicane. Oh, good. Static is just
A little bit of touch there, yeah. A little bit of a tire bump there. It's also started. He's now lost out to acid. There's no.
Oh no!
They've touched.
Top Hat hit Static. Static hit to Acid. A little bit of a ping pong going on in corner one. Definitely some damage. I saw some damaged wings go flying. So who has it? I
I think it's
think
Static.
Static paid the price on this one. Unfortunately, you're absolutely right. But he's able to hold his pace with Acid. So I'm kind of wondering how bad is that damage.
Definitely. Anyway, then at the front, Dubby is going to try and get closer to Rays. Let's see if there's going to be a move as Top Hat has lost out to Formula Vibe.
It must have been Top Hat's wing that we saw fly.
Yeah, it must have, I guess. But yeah,
that,
Dubby is going to try and get closer to Rays. He is within a second, but of course DRS is going to be enabled this lap, I'm pretty sure, or next lap.
It's enabled after the third lap.
Third lap. And then Dubby was gaining there and Rays very rapid, of course. But the Mercedes car, most likely it is the faster car over Ray's car in the Alpine.
Definitely a good little battle from the new driver of the day of the league. Definitely putting his stamp on this league for sure, saying I'm here and this is my race. So he's definitely going to be a contender to keep an eye out for.
But we're going to see it here. Is Dubby going to try and make the move? As he does set the fastest, no, Bajwell sets the fastest lap, sorry. But Dubby is in real distance of Ray's. DRS is enabled now. So let's see what Ray's is going to do. Try pull away from Dubby. He's not. Dubby is just gaining on him.
I think W's playing the smart game on this one here. So W's definitely playing the smart one, and he's going to pick his time and wait. So he's just poking his nose a little bit there, and just to see what's going on in the front there, letting Razine know I'm here too, putting his whole car in his side mirror, and just to remind him.
Dubby will get DRS. I think there's about 3 DRS zones here in Spa, something like that. But Dubby is within distance of Rays, and we're going to go into the next DRS zone and see what happens. There's a yellow flag in Sector 1.
Top Hat had just retired. A virtual safety car has been employed. Top Hat has wiped out on Le Rouge, unfortunately. What a shame. He didn't go into the pit with that damage, and I think that hurt him from going through Le Rouge, and he didn't have the downforce he should have. What a shame. It's going to take an advantage on all these other drivers. Danny Boy and OVL Daniel, they both, something happened in the back of the pack there, and they lost their pace. So this is just still only a virtual car, virtual safety, but definitely gets them to gather their thoughts and try to get back into the race and try to capitalize.
Definitely, as you can see, from about P1 to about P6, it is pretty close together already, as Dubby there and Bajro both come into the pits, and I think some people got a lot of people are making their way into the pit, but our leader of the race so far, Rays, just decides to stay out. Acid in P2 and Limit, just behind him, Static up into P4. As Dubby, Bajro and Daniel, who were the ones who made their way into the pits, as Dubby is going to make his way to the pit exit right now with Bajro just behind him. As he does, and he makes his way out in P8, as Static there is overtaking Lemet for P3. As Maverick, there's a question that you can answer now if you want to.
Currently, Static has moved under the braking, FYI. So he was moved under the braking. We're trying to see. Very important to go ahead.
Limit is going to overtake Static again here. Well, Static, I think may have some damage now, and he's left the session. I think that is connection issues. Yeah, it's definitely connection issues. But of course, Limit will not complain, as now he's up to P3 and he is pulling away from that AI driver Limit. As Harvey there overtakes Static as well. Bajwal is overtaking Dubby, but Dubby's going to look to fire back on him. And Dubby there nearly spinning out. Not ideal for him.
No, it's a very unfortunate. He's trying to. It's new tires, so he's trying to get them to work better for him, and he's just trying to get the temperature into those tires.
Yeah, Dubby now is. I don't know why, but Bajwal is pulling away from Dubby a tiny bit. We're gonna see what happens here. Dubby then very solid on that corner, same with Bajwal. Bajwal a little bit of lock up there. Let's see. Is he under a second? He's a second. He's just over a second, sorry. But I don't think he will be following this, following turn 1. He is, so we will get DRS on him.
Well, Formula Vibe is making a move on Sealy. He's passing him right now, racing it down to the far corner, and definitely, I'm not sure if you're able to see it, he definitely almost got him on it. He had to back off on it, and Sealy did defend, but there's definitely a good little scrap going on with that race right there.
Definitely.
Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on those guys. Definitely something we want to keep an eye on.
Anyway, then Danny Boy makes his way into the pits, makes his way outside of the pits. My mistake there. But of course, he's gone for the hards, so most likely. Do you think those hards could last him for the move through the race now?
Hards are going to be very hard to do it. They're going to drop off. But they're hard to hold and control on this track. So you're going to definitely hards is going to be a choice you make. Be mindful for the first lap or two before you grind them in, and definitely could work out. But hards and mediums aren't that far off on the compounds itself, only by a couple of laps. So he may have made a good choice on this.
Anyway then, I actually saw that then. Formula Vibe gets a 3-second penalty, but he's going to try and make a move on Honnold. They touch a tiny bit as Formula Vibe decides to go on the outside. Not very clever, but he is going to get DRS, and he's going to use plenty of overtake or ERS, but he's not going to get him. Let's go see what is going into turn 1. Braking very early there, same with Honnold, as Dubby sets the fastest lap. He is going to have another chance on a DRS zone. So let's see what happens here with Formula Vibe. Go ahead.
I don't count W out. Definitely, he's on a good strategy right now. Just he has to get himself up there more to get more aggressive, and he's going to have to hope for another safety car on this. Because,
definitely. As he is going to get DRS, he's going to try and make a move on Bajwal. He goes around the outside, and well, he is up into P8. Static just, not just, 6 seconds. The yellow flag in sector 2, and I appear that as Bajwal. Yes, it is Bajwal. He must have spun out. I do not think there was any collision with Dubby there.
Oh, you should see the battle going on with seventh place right now. It's definitely a good little battle to watch there with Static and Formula One actually ended up Formula One
spun out there.
Out. Oh yes, that's definitely going to be. The safety car is deployed. This is a little too early for a lot of drivers, but this is going to pull into a lot of drivers who are still on the soft compounds. That is unfortunate for Formula 5, for his debut to be unfortunate for him. He has left the session. I don't blame him.
Anyway then,
so you're going to see the leaderboard.
Acid and Limit and Harvey make their way into the pits, as a lot of people should. Dubby should go up to around P something, I'm pretty sure. Go ahead.
I'm surprised. I see Steely. He went into the pit with the pair of mediums. Definitely could have lasted at least another 7 to 8 more laps, but he's going to put on his hard compounds as everyone else is putting on hards.
His Rays is just overtaking the safety car there.
Nice.
I don't think he saw the safety car, but yes, safety car is going to get underway. We're going to watch it in this angle as people are going to get ready. Anyway then, first safety car of the race. Let's not hope for any more, of course. 2 DNFs, well, 1 DNF and 1 unfortunately crashing out. Formula Vibe who's crashed out and top hat who DNF'd on the first or second lap.
Well, definitely. Everyone is now guaranteed to get a point in the league. Definitely. So we just have to have a nice, safe race.
Yeah.
So we have gotten rid of all the softs, and now we're going to go with the medium. A lot of drivers, it's a split between mediums and hard. So it'll be very interesting to see how this all turns out. We have our back boys, Danny Boy and Daniel. Daniel having the 3-second penalty, but definitely they're all sitting in the back, and hopefully they can catch up to the safety car before it gets let in. But I have a feeling that we're going to have one more lap of the safety car, so they're going to have plenty of time to get in. But
Anyway,
this
then.
is
Oh, let me speak
this
real
is
quick. Unknown player. Harvey should have stayed out, hoped for another safety car or virtual safety car towards the end. Personal opinion. Thoughts on that?
I agree on that. That I caught that right off the get go too. I saw him on the medium. This was his opportune time, but then again, he would be fighting the leaders with with old mediums compared to their new mediums. Perhaps that was a good call. He didn't have any. He didn't gain anything too much on that, and he didn't lose anything. So I think it was a good call. It's just that he's going to have to play a real defensive role from this lap onwards with these hard compounds until they start to grind off and start acting like a medium. That's my thing.
And you said that the safety car will most likely be in next lap.
It's definitely coming in the not coming in this lap. It's coming in the next lap. So we still have one more lap of the safety car. So we'll get the race going shortly, but generally they like to have all the cars together before releasing the safety cars. So the Massey has decided to keep the safety car out one more time. Give
Michael
the guy,
Massey.
yeah, give his racetrack a chance to clear the track of that poor accident of Formula Vibe, and definitely probably a little bit of carnage still left over with Top Hat there. I'm sure that he's going to want all his bits and parts back together to get that car back in tip-top shape for the next race.
Definitely, as you can see on the grid, Lemmet and Honnold have decided to go for the hard. That is definitely a good strategy there for them. As other than that, most of the grid are in mediums. I'm pretty sure Badger, yeah, he is on the
I
mediums. I thought he was going to change from mediums.
Unfortunately, Steely Harley made a bad decision going on hards. As I said, he realized that it's a little slick. He had to play a huge defensive, and what this is his second time in the pit under safety car condition, and that was a bad call from his team and his selection, and this has put him back all the way down to 9th place. So this is going to be a hard uphill challenge to try to get back into podium contention. So, unfortunately, that's where he stands, and that's where he's going to land. So, let's keep an eye on how he improves. Hopefully, we can get him up to at least back up to 5 and 6 where he was before.
Anyway, then I think we're going to be finding out soon if safety car is going to be in this lap. But the grid, or most of the grid, is right next to each other. As Daniel there dropped down to 10th, I he must have, yeah, he has. I'm pretty sure he's spun out, and now he's 4 seconds off. So he'll definitely want to make sure and catch up
Definitely.
there.
Definitely looking at the telemetry, and you can see him pointing left and right and left. So he's definitely back into his groove again. But he's he'll be back in the race. He just has to cool down his tires. Hopefully he didn't overheat them and get back. Unfortunately, now Lehman has a 3-second penalty. Let's take a look at the penalties before. This is the virtual safety cars coming in. You can see them all backing up already, and we're going to get ready to racing again here, guys. So let's take a look quickly before penalties. The 5-second penalty for Lehman. So that's going to hurt him huge on the finish of the race. So
Definitely,
take it.
definitely.
Let's take it away, and we'll keep it. Everyone's warming up their tires and getting ready for as the safety car comes in again. safety car conditions, yellow flag, no one can pass until you cross that checker line. And there goes Ray Z, catching everyone with a little bit of her pants down with acid.
As yes, we are gonna go green in a second. As yeah, we are green now. As Ray's initially gets a good pull away, Acid just behind him. No changes in the grid right now. As Honnold is on Lemit's tail. Lemit goes a little bit wide there. As Dobby is looking to make a move on. I appear that's Static. He's not in distance right now, but Acid is also in distance of Rays. No changes on the grid so far.
No, definitely went a little wide on Le Rouge, but he's definitely held his position there.
Static is overtaking Honnold there for P4. Very good driving, as Honnold, I think, left him a lot of space there, so a lot of respect on the grid between a lot of the drivers.
Definitely, this is not a point that you want to get too aggressive. You make a mistake at this point in the race, it's going to be harder to recover from your mistakes.
Definitely, but Acid there, of course, in distance of Rays. On the mediums, is there some action going on down here? Is Dubby is going to try and make a move on Honnold. Honnold did overtake. Oh no, Honnold. Dubby did get overtaken by Honnold. As there's a yellow flag in sector 2, sector 3. Not sure that's 4, but Dubby's going to try and make a move on Honnold. He's going to use some ERS, and he's going to be in distance. He's going to try and send one. Let's see. He goes side by side with.
3 wide on that, almost 3 wides, and there we.
Dobby does get the better, and he goes into P5, as it appears a little bit of contact back there, but Honnold is fine, no incident so far. As Bajwal, who is not having the best race, is pitted, and there's a question for you, Maverick.
Of course, everyone could join the league. There are definitely spots on availability. Join us on. You'll find our link in the chat there, and join us on Discord, and fill out the application with your times, and we'll definitely be happy to have you as part of the league. We are always looking for great drivers to enjoy, and we're bringing lots of excitement to the league. Thank you. Yes, go ahead and join us.
Anyway, then, Honnold, who of course was on those hards, probably not the best for him as he has dropped a lot of speed. Started here about, I think it was P3 or P4, is now down in P7. Bajwal, who was deciding to go into the hards, and of course, Maverick, you were saying about the Red Bulls being the underdog. P10, P9. Yeah, you can get
they're
Maverick.
under. I got half my sentence right. They're under so far. So I think Celia actually made the mistake there, and he's paying that price. I told you. He pitted twice under the safety car. It's an unfortunate mistake, and as I said, comment earlier, these mistakes at this time of the race, it's hard to get them back. So he's definitely going to have his work cut out for him. Maybe the next race, but definitely going to, keep it clean. Everyone's going to get points.
Definitely.
Lehman's doing Letman's doing an awesome job defending. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough to defend against W here, but he's definitely doing a fantastic job. Recaptured that. That's an awesome save. He was just about to run into the pit wall there, but he recovered his car. He dropped himself 2 positions, but being on a hard compound, he is doing an excellent job, definitely for that. He's trying to recover his loss there.
Anyway then, further up the grid, Acid is overtaking Rays for P1, as Rays is going to try and fire back and try and take that spotlight as he spins out.
Oh no!
And that is surely him out of the race. It's surely another safety car.
That's a safety car and a half. Oh, I hope the driver is okay. Ray Z, I hope he's okay. He's trying to. It looks like there's a little bit of movement in the cockpit, but what a shame. What a shame. And Acid capitalizes this mistake. He got a little bit of dirty air from Acid, and lost it on and touched the curb and lost it, unfortunately. So we're not sure what exactly happened. We saw it. Perhaps we'll see more with the FIA. I'm not sure, but definitely right now, as we stand, Acid is pole leader.
And yeah, of course, another safety car going out here. Not the most ideal.
Well, this gives an opportune time for for a lot of the drivers who have, like Lemi and Arnold, who have the hards. Do they go in? Do they pit now? I'm yeah. My prediction is I would, with the hards, stay out there. You're starting to get your grain now, and your tires are going to get back to normal in another 2 more laps. But unfortunately, they don't listen to me. Lehman went in for to switch, but Arnold stayed out and gained himself an extra position with W.
Very good racing going on from all drivers, and I'm sorry for anyone watching the stream, as my game is just lagging. I just need to go and fix that real quick.
Oh, what a shame. So it looks like, let me fill in, we have W and Lemi both go in for a soft compound. So in the back of the grid, they're going to have the soft compounds. It is going to take advantage, but they're going to have to take, with the soft compound, they're going to have to take advantage very early in this race and to try to hold, because again, this track is very hard on these compounds. So they're going to have, the drop off rate is going to be huge.
Okay, my game should be working again. My apologies to anyone watching there, but yeah, it is working again. Very sorry. Anyway, then, top three as it stands, we have Acid, Static, and Danny Boy. And yeah, of course, very unfortunate with Reyes, who was in P1, and well, we watched it unfold. He just lost a little bit of grip, and then it just didn't go very well, did it, Maverick?
No, he lost a lot. He lost the grip, and then just hooked up on him and spun him out of control right into the wall. Unfortunately, it's a shake-up. I think he's gotten taken into after every collision. All drivers go to the medical center to get checked out. So we'll get an update on him, and hopefully that everything's fine with him. But it is an unfortunate situation. So let's see how this folds out. Now everyone's bunched up together. I do believe we may be seeing the safety car coming in at this lap. We'll find out in a few seconds after entering in the third sector, and we'll see if we can get this race up and going again. Will Acid learn from Ray Z's starting on this, because this is the first time he's been put into this position as leader of the safety car. So it's going to be an interesting start to see how he is. And it doesn't look like the safety car's coming in at this lap. It looks like we're going to be seeing it coming around one more lap.
Definitely, of course. Michael Massey's choice isn't in there.
I'm sorry, I lost you there for a second.
It was Michael Massey's choice, I said.
I guess so, yes.
But yeah, safety car is going to stay in is with Bajwal and Harvey, who I think Bajwal should most likely go to, I say maybe some softs or something, you know. We'll have to see, as of course a known player was talking. Bajwal should pit, he needs to go on the meds. 2 laps probably on safety car.
Well,
Well,
this is the last chance of the back of the grid to try to make something out of their points, definitely. So definitely Red Bull is trying to make go. I mean, I think Luminous has been in the pits more times than anyone, actually, just to change tires with no damage. So it's very surprising to see his in the pits not even getting the wing change. So it'd be interesting to see. But we have 5 laps. Everyone on mediums and hards have about 5 laps, and so all the softs are brand new. So that's going to be very interesting to see how this bears out with everyone. You're going to see some major movement from 6 position 9 moving up to attack the grid.
and then safety car most likely will be in this lap. Of course, Bajwal and Harvey going on to those softs. Good tactics there, as Basil will most likely make his way up the grid now, as he is on the fresher tyres alongside with Dobby, Lemmet, Harvey, and of course himself. So yeah, it's pretty much medium and a hard versus softs right now on the grid.
Well, that's it. Now that we have the penalties involved, is Danny Boy has a 5-second penalty, Harno has a 5-second penalty, OVL has a 3-second penalty, and Steve Harvey has a 3-second penalty. Those are going to play really a big part at the finishing lap. So 2, 3, 3, and 4 definitely going to have to step on it. You know, the Alpine team have to step on it to try to get that little distance between. And there we go. We just got announced that the safety car is in this lap. The safety car was coming in, so the race will be starting.
Yeah, we are going to get on the way here. We only have a couple more laps remaining here in Spa. It's been a great race so far. Thank you to all the fans who are watching in the stream. As we have a quick question before we get underway. Platform is the league. It's currently a PC league. But
Yes.
yeah, safety car is going to make its way into the pits, and we're going to get underway pretty soon. As Acid is going to start slowing down, or he's going to slow down. He's going to get underway, and we are going to get underway as we're going to go green. And well, welcome back to Spa.
He gets a good takeoff, almost a 1-second lead from Static there. Gets an excellent takeoff. No one can pass the safe anyone until they cross that checking line. And it looks like we already got Dubby actually moving up already and passing through in the pack there. As we predicted, the soft compounds are going to stick hard. So Dubby is moving, getting back into contention.
But Badger and his teammates are going to go side by side here. Let's see what happens. Badger does get the race in line, and he's going to go send one, but no, Harvey tried to defend, but it's not good enough as Badger remains in P7 and is looking extremely fast right now.
Definitely. Danny was trying to defend there, but from the limit, but definitely a good little race going on in position 5 for that race. Oh, a little wide on that. How's it working in the front of the grid? The front of the grid. There we go. Static makes a move onto Acid. There we go. And Danny Boy's right behind.
And Lemmet is spun out there. I think there may have been an incident with Badger on Lemmet, but Lemmet definitely has some damage, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is some wing damage, as he's struggling to even turn there.
OVL Daniel ended up getting some damage there too on that. It looks like he may have hit the wall. He lost his wing, so he's definitely coming into the pit. Arnold's limping in the back there, but I'm not sure what happened to him back there.
Anyway then, Dobby goes fastest with a 144. Just shows how fast that Mercedes with those softs are. And Rocco says Acid will get an overtake, sure, but he wants DRS. As we're caught off guard, Static has overtaken Acid again. Acid is going to try fire one in. DRS is not enabled at the moment, but Acid is going to try and get in the way in his DRS. He is within a second, as Daniel now is heading into the pits for, of course, some damage. I think Lemmet probably should as well, as maybe, I'm not sure yet, but Acid is in distance of Static, and we're going to see if he's going to make a move on him.
Well, Danny Boyd has that 5-second penalty, and Static does know he has to push the metal to the pedal. He has to get away from Acid right now. So Acid is technically in position 1 if you take away all the penalties. But Danny Boy's desperately trying to get past Acid because the gap is growing between Static and Acid, and he needs to get past them. So he may be hitting some deployment right here on this back end.
And then Dobby is going to try and make a move on Danny Boy, but more importantly, Danny Boy is going to try and make a move on Acid on those fresher mediums. He is in distances. Well, Static is pulling away here. Danny Boy could try and make a little move on him. Not in this corner, not in this corner, but maybe on this little straight here. A little bit of
Yeah.
lock up there, as DRS is now enabled. Stubby is in distance of Danny Boy. We're going to see what happens. He's going to try send one, but he changed his mind. But he's going to try it again. He's going to get some no, not DRS, sorry, ERS, and he's going to try one on Danny Boy. But Danny Boy is looking quite fast right now.
Danny Boy is looking fast, but he's unfortunately he's been.
Dobby's going to get sorry for overtaking, but Dobby is going to get some DRS. Danny Boy overtakes Acid alongside with Dobby. It's looking very close, but Dobby remains in P4, not making a move. Danny Boy overtakes Acid, but now Dobby's going to try and overtake Acid. Very hectic scenes as he does. A little bit of touch there, and Acid is down in P4, Dobby in P3, but now Dobby could try make a move on Danny. Let's see what's going to happen. He's going to use plenty of ERS. He's going to go around, and he's got a car length in front, and Dobby goes into P2.
That's Danny needed that little bit of a break between Acid, but it wasn't long enough, and Dobby actually ended up capitalizing. I commented that he needed to act quick on these softs. They're going to start to degrade, but he's actually putting the moves that he needs to put. Now Danny Boy needs to keep up with them to try to pull away from
Yellow flag in sector 2 as Seeley Harvey there spun off, and he's completely lost his front wing. And yes, I know that is not good. And
Seeley just wiped out, unfortunately, on his own because of his wing not having it. So he's DNF. That's going to cause a safety. He is off to the far enough.
I don't think there'll be a safety car, maybe a virtual.
I don't think so. Actually, I think he's far enough off that it's not going to trigger a virtual right now. I think we're just going to clean up and go and keep the racing going.
Definitely, and of course, Michael Massey does not want to be dishing out these safety cars. If someone's asking about the penalties, I'll put it on so you can see like that. Is that better, Rocco?
We like to see the overhead of it. Yeah.
I'll put it on that so you can see. But Daniel currently has a 6 second. Honnold has a 3 second. Danny has a 5 second. So of course Danny is still losing out. But when you think about it, Static is pulling away from Dobby. So as it stands, Dobby will still win, but Static is a 3 second.
No, definitely. This is where his tires are going to start dropping off. I do believe that we're in the 4 laps old tires on him, so they're starting to come halfway. So they're in the 25% range of these tires. So they're starting to drop off. We still have 5 more laps of this race, so he's going to have to pace himself and try to keep within that 5 second penalty, 5 second zone, so that he can capitalize. But static tires are going to. This is where they're going to start working for his advantage.
I apologise for the tiny bit of lag there. It was literally just a 2 seconds. My apologies, but quite a known player. Danny got hit from behind under safety car, so maybe there might be a removal. I don't really think they can remove penalties. They might take the time off, but
we're going to have to see. That's up to the. Unfortunately, that's not our ruling. That's the FIA ruling, and the submission has to be done. So that's going to be done after the race, and we'll have to only speculate what could happen. But that's up to. Unfortunately, we're just hosts and reporters, and we can get in the FIA room and have more of a bug ear to see what's going on.
It hasn't been.
Look at the move going on, but. Just past Danny Boy standing still. It looked like he was just standing still. Danny Boy's tires, something happened to Danny Boy as we were talking, and just lost his position bad.
But yeah, Bajro could try and make a little move on Acid, and Dobby, who was, of course Static was pulling away from Dobby. Dobby is now catching him about a 10th a lap. But Bajwell is going to try and make a move on Acid. And let's see what's going to happen, if it's going to evolve into a P3 for Bajwell, who, of course, it hasn't been his day so far. course, he was in around P12 or something like that at the start of the race. But let's see,
I
Bajol is in good distance here. But
he's
Acid is pulling away. Let's see what's going to happen here. Bajol is going to use plenty. He's going to...
he is
Again,
just pushing him, pushing him. He's got to pace himself a little bit. This is not. He's getting up. You got to be careful on the dirty air
and
coming through. But
Bajol's going to try and make a move. He could go for a dive on the inside, but no. He waits as he's going to get a DRS now. And he will get DRS. And surely now, he's a car length in front, and Bajol is in P3 in this race. But Acid could try and send one on him again. He doesn't.
that's it. You got to make sure you got a good exit and pull it away, and use his deployment. Hopefully that we can get you can get that space. There's a little bit of dirty air Acid got there coming up on LaRue's. He went a little wide, but he still holds it in and
But
still
anyway,
able to
things are heating up at the front of the grid. Acid has overtaken Bajol again. That is not what we're focused on, as Dobby is now in real distance of Static, who, as I'm pretty sure that, who is that, a known player said about respecting Static for holding in. He is holding in, but as it stands, Dobby will win this Grand Prix. But Dobby doesn't need to, as he could just try and make a move. Is Daniel there? It's not been Daniel's day today, has it?
No, it has not. But Daniel, Danny Boy has performed well. It's just a bad decision with his pit crew and a couple of mistakes there. But I think he definitely put a good race together and pulled up his bootstraps from being from the back of the grid. So
okay then, Dobby is gonna get DRS on Static. We're gonna see if the move is gonna happen, as he is gonna get DRS. They are very, very close. As Static initially gets a good pull away. As he does, that Alpine car is pushing itself. But Dobby, Dobby is losing his tyres. But he's going to try one on Static again. Let's see what's going to happen up here. But Static is doing very well on pulling away. And yeah, he does deserve our respect today. But now Dobby's going to get DRS on him again. This time he's going to be in distance of that Alpine. It's Mercedes, the Alpine. Static decides to go a little bit wide there. But Dobby's going to try and make the move now. He goes around the outside and Dobby goes into lead. No, but Static comes back at him and Static remains. But no, they've both. Static has slipped off and Dobby is into the lead of this race. That is very unfortunate for Static, who needs to recover himself. He's only lost two positions as Acid overtakes him. Not the best there. But Static's going to try and get back as Dobby gets a 3-second dive penalty. Wow.
There is a huge battle here for second place. Definitely a huge battle for second place going on here. All of them are just scrambling. Acid, Static, Bawa. You're definitely having a big powwow on alternating position. And Danny Boy is just trying to keep up with them. And try to keep with it. Oh, there we go. Wow, just wiped out. Just get out. So, unfortunately, picked up a little bit of dirty air between the two drivers in front of him with Static and Acid.
Very, very unfortunate for Bajol, who, of course, he's not been doing the best with his tyres, as is said. But anyway, the Static is going to try. He's going to get DRS on Acid. He could make a little move there, braking a little bit too early. Acid gets a very poor pull away. It's Static for P2. Let's see what's going to happen here. Will he try one? No, he's going to wait until the next DRS zone. But Static is still carrying on and he is in good distance. But as it stands, Dobby will win this Grand Prix. Static's going to get DRS on Acid and we're going to see will he try and make the move. This is the same area where he spawned. So as Static's going to try and make the move, he's going to go around him and he's going to go into the lead. But Acid could have won as Static is spun again. Oh no! Static is spun again, and that is definitely his race over now. And that is not the best. There's no Bajol's going to come up behind him, but he had bad wing damage. and Danny Boy has gone up to P3.
That's what
But
Danny Boy
then
needed. Danny
it's
Boy
been
played
a it's
very
been a
well.
very good race here in Spa, and well, we're gonna be coming to an end pretty much in about last lap. But wow, what a race it's been!
Definitely, Danny Boy played an excellent strategy there. He wanted to keep in competitive, keep in there. He was way down, but he let the leaders battle it out. And as I said, he takes advantage of everyone else's downfall, and that's
Definitely,
what you need.
definitely.
And
Anyway, then,
he's going to be able
well
to
done to
capitalize
Dobby, who is gonna go into the last corner. He goes into the final corner, and well, your Spa winner.
one more lap. No. One more
Oh
lap.
wait,
One
never
more
mind.
lap. One more
I got
lap.
confused. I got confused. Never mind.
One more lap. That's what
That's
it is.
embarrassing.
That
That's a bit
final lap
embarrassing.
now.
That's embarrassing.
So we still have it. We're still not done here. We're still going to see some move. Lemon may have a position to try, but he doesn't. I don't know if he has enough oomph. He's on those softs, and those softs are really starting to fade. So Danny Boy really wants to get past Acid, but without making a
Yes,
mistake. If he can,
DRS. His Acid's slowing down there. Danny Boy's gonna get around him easily and into
that's
P2 of
it.
this race.
There we go. That's what Danny Boy needs. Now he has this clean air, and he needs to put down some seconds to get the time up with Lehman, and to keep that podium.
This is
That's
a
what
yellow
Danny Boy.
flag in sector 3. I don't know why, but yep, Dobby is pulling away here. Good tyre strategy from him as Danny Boy is in P2, P3 with Acid, Lemit, Static, Bajral, Honnold, and Daniel, who, definitely not being Daniel's day, has it today. But
No. But definitely, you know what?
as
He's gonna get himself 8th place, and that's pretty good compared to the other 9, 10, 11, 12 are not getting any points today because of DNF.
anyway then, this time it finally is the last lap. But yes, what a race it's been for Dubby. I'm not sure what the results were the last race, but we know how key of a driver Dubby is, as he is going to finish this race. He's going to go around the last corner, and well, your Spa winner today is Dubby, and congratulations to Dubby, who comes in P1. In P2, we have Danny Boy, who finishes in P2, P3. No, in P. Up here, Acid is. Oh, all the grid
Unfortunately,
penalties, yeah.
he didn't get his gap. That he was short by 1.4. He tried, so he didn't get his podium finish. But definitely good showing. W showed an awesome finishing there too, of being in the back of the grid and moving forward. Definitely,
Well then,
shows something.
thank you everybody for joining us today here. Thank you Maverick for co-commentating with me today.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure working with you today. I enjoyed every ounce of this race, and may I say for congratulations to W, but for all our viewers, as we say, if you like this, please follow, subscribe to us in our channel, and please join us in the Discord. And we love to see more drivers and have them join us, and we're definitely going to be action packed. This is only the beginning of the season, and there is more to come for sure.
No interviews today. Sorry everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Maverick for co-commentating with me. And well, have a good day.